Guys, it is officially NHL 22 season as EA Sports dropped their reveal trailer, and it had a ton of info that we are going to break down in today's video. We're talking X Factors, the cover athlete, as well as a lot more, and again, we are going to break it down frame by frame in today's video. Guys, make sure you are subscribed to the channel with notifications on for the most up-to-date info in NHL 22, or catch me live on Twitch every single day at noon Eastern time, twitch.tv/nosleeps12, and join the Discord. Again, we've got 1,500 members that love our NHL, and we're talking every day, so make sure, again, the link for that is down below. So, guys, I'm going to show the trailer in its entirety first for anyone that missed it, and then we are going to do our breakdown. Let's get into it.
A tradition finds itself at odds with progress, edging ever so close to an inflection point. One that has been gradual and yet sudden. Because change is not about the next trend, it is about the next generation.
So say what you will about EA or EA NHL, they still know how to make a trailer because that looked incredible. Man, I am excited for NHL 22. But that being said, like I said, we need to dissect this, go through frame by frame, and talk about everything that they actually revealed in this trailer. So let's start right at the beginning. It was leaked a little bit earlier. NHL is now moving to the Frostbite Engine, and I want to talk about that just a little bit. It has been well known that the Madden and FIFA developers have had a heck of a time developing those games on an engine that was designed for Battlefield. Now, the one thing I will say, as a post by Flopfish, who was the prior community manager for EA NHL, he did allude that it has been a long time since Madden and FIFA have been on those Frostbite engines, and that moving over for NHL will be a much smoother transition. Now, does that mean that the game is going to be perfect? No, probably not. But I don't think it's as doom and gloom as a lot of people that understand that it really was a difficult thing to make a sports video game on Frostbite. The one thing I will say, and you're going to see it throughout this trailer quite a bit, the biggest benefit from Frostbite is the insane graphics. And you see it in NHL probably more than any sports game just because of the detailing and lighting that you have on the ice, and we're going to see that all throughout the trailer. Again, I want to stop it here. The crowd is incredible. The layering and the lighting that you're seeing in this. Now, obviously, this is cinematic footage and not in-game, but you're going to see some clips later on. It's just the detail that they've got into with the arena specifically, just insane. And the crowd, again, moving over to a new engine and on another generation of consoles. Those are the kinds of things that they can really flex in a sports video game. All right, and here we are getting our first look at a superstar X Factor as Austin Matthews winds up, and we'll see it play out right here. The shock and awe X Factor. Now, as you'll see here, he goes into a toe drag and launches one. And again, that is one and our first look at how an X Factor is going to work inside of NHL 22. Now, I can't go into great detail about all the X factors, but I can talk about the one that is shown here. Austin Matthews with the shock and awe X factor means that out of dekes, his shot is extremely potent, meaning toe drags, those kinds of things. Coming out of that, Austin Matthews is dynamite, just like in real life with that patented toe drag wrist shot, and you see it here in the trailer. Pausing it here, another great look at the graphics for Frostbite. The player faces and models just look insane. Now at 59 seconds, we get our second look at an X Factor player in Andrei Vasilevsky as he is rocking the Contortionist X Factor. And that will allow him to make some insane highlight reel saves with immense recovery. And again, just able to make some insane bends and twists to come up with a big save. Also, that is an unbelievable clip. I mean, I know it's a reveal trailer, but my goodness. Again, just another look at how incredible this game is going to look. I mean, like I said, we don't know what gameplay is like. We don't know the modes, all of that kind of stuff, a lot of the features. But man, like I said, on Frostbite, it is going to look incredible on next gen. All right, so here is a clip that I kind of want to point out because this motion is not in NHL, and it's something that I can't wait to dive deeper into once the full game comes out and we get to take a look in-game at the beta. But it does look like right here as Malkin streaks in, watch him push the player's stick away as he protects the puck. That right there, like, that is not currently in NHL, and I know, again, this is a reveal trailer. It's supposed to make things pretty, but it's going to be stuff that's in the game, and just that little subtle move while protecting the puck is a really, really cool addition to the game. Get our first look at Climate Pledge Arena as the Seattle Kraken are in NHL 22, which is dynamite. Obviously, you can expect to have them there, but their arena, their brand new arena, takes center stage in the trailer. So a couple things to dissect at the end of that trailer. One, we'll touch on the pre-orders, but two, we need to talk about the cover athlete. So it is going back to NHL 20's cover athlete in Toronto Maple Leafs star Austin Matthews. Now, obviously, I feel like this is going to get some heat because, well, he was just on the cover, and I feel like a lot of people thought McKinnon, myself included, or even Cale Makar, were alternative choices that would have been phenomenal. I'm not going to lie, when it comes to the cover athlete, it's kind of meant less and less to me over the last few years. But when it comes to marketing, there really isn't many players that are as good as Austin Matthews. He plays on one of the most popular sports teams in the entire world. He is one of the best goal scorers in the NHL, and his style off the ice is just as prolific as his style on the ice. So, while I think they could have gone another route, but again, with McKinnon or Makar or other options, I think Austin Matthews is a fine choice to go back to him after his NHL 20's cover. But we also got news about the pre-order, as that is now live to pre-order NHL 22. We got our launch date. It is confirmed October 15th, and again, you can get 3-day early access by pre-ordering, so that sits it at Tuesday, October 12th. So now let's get into the pre-order bonuses, but we gotta specifically talk about NHL 22's dual entitlement and content migration. This is a huge one, and I want to read it verbatim from the statement they released, as this is going to be one of the most requested questions and how all of this is going to work, as it is being released on 4 separate games, meaning that there is a PS4 version, a PS5, an Xbox One, and an Xbox Series X or S version. So I want to talk about what dual entitlement is. So when you purchase the EA Sports NHL 22 X Factor Edition only for Xbox Series X or S or PlayStation 5, you will also be able to play it on Xbox One and PlayStation 4 respectively. So you'll be able to play the PS4, Xbox One editions as well. You're getting 4 games essentially. The standard edition does not include dual entitlement on any platform. Players who start playing NHL 22 on PlayStation 4 or Xbox One will be able to transfer their HUT team value and progress to the game on PlayStation 5 or Xbox Series X. That is a huge deal and something you really need to keep in mind, because it does look like they are allowing you to transfer your HUT content, or at least your team, to the PS5 or PS or the Xbox Series X. Our number one goal during the transition to a new generation of consoles is to ensure that none of your favorite modes or features get left behind, and we're happy to say that players can find everything they love about NHL 22 on both generations of console, as well as a long list of new improvements that we will continue sharing before the game launches on October 15th. Now again, this is going to be something that is requested by all of you when it comes to HUT specifically. If you start on PS4 or Xbox One and you don't have a next-gen console, please listen closely. Players who start playing NHL 22 on PS4 or Xbox One, the current gen or the prior gen now, will be able to transfer their HUT team value and progress to PlayStation 5 or Xbox Series X NHL 22, meaning that users can protect up to 20 player items and one coach in their current lineup and transfer those over to a new console. Only users that have created a current gen team before creating a next gen team, and only after the feature becomes available in December, so note that this will only become available in December, are able to protect and transfer that current lineup to NHL 22 on next gen. So again, guys, please note that if you have a PS5 and a PS4, don't create your PS5 team and then go create a PS4 team in the thought that you'll just take those other bonus cards and team that you got in PS4 and then just add them to what you have in PS5. It will only work if you create your team on PS4 and then go to next gen in December when it becomes available. The rest of your HUT team progress and inventory will be calculated and evaluated for determining the number of tradable packs to be rewarded in Ultimate Team on their new console. So I don't know how that is going to work, but your inventory, it's probably going to be very basic, maybe purple cards, so anything over 86 or whatever that threshold is, gold cards, maybe collectibles as well. They'll add all that up and give it a value, and then you'll get tradable packs on your new team when you go to next gen. Once content is transferred from current gen, that content on next gen will be converted to untradeable for security reasons. So the content that you're sending over from PS4 to PS5, that will become untradeable. So that the cards that you send, the team that you send from PS4 to PS5, it does look like that is untradeable. This one-time content migration will be available in December of 2021. And again, guys, there is a frequently asked questions for content migration that we're going to go over in a future video. I want to break that down because I really feel like that is something that you're going to need to know once, we get closer to launch, and I want to give it a specific video. You get 3 days early access, like I mentioned, so Tuesday, October 12th would be when you can play the game in full. You'll get up to 10 HUT Diamond Player Choice Packs, 2 per month for 5 months. Now, I don't know what those Diamond players are going to look like, but obviously, if you are a HUT player, any advantage early on in the game especially is obviously a plus. And if you are going to play throughout the entire game, this is obviously a big bonus as well. You get the HUT X Factor Player Choice Pack, 2 of 25, a HUT X Factor Power Up Starter Pack, as well as up to 4 HUT X Factor Power Up Packs, 1 per month for 4 months starting November 2021. Now, I believe that means that it looks like X Factor cards can be powered up. I don't know for sure, but it looks like that's what that is alluding to. And if that's the case, I'm all for it. You also get 5 World of Chell X Factor Zone ability unlocks instantly. It's something I didn't mention in the trailer. X Factors apply to the World of Chell as well. So when you're leveling up your player, you will unlock more and create a better player that fits your style with specific zone and superstar abilities. You'll unlock 5 hockey bags as well, and Be a Pro X Factor slot unlocks an XP boost and bonus trait points, again, for the offline player for Be a Pro. So the one thing I will say, guys, when it comes to the edition that you're going to pre-order, I mean, if you're watching this video, you're probably someone who should pre-order. I mean, I'm just being real. If you play the game, you're that hyped for it, I would probably recommend getting it. You'll end up saving your money in the long run, especially if you're a HUT player, because the content that you'll get, especially early on, is a nice bonus, and those packs throughout the year, they do add up. Now, if you're someone that just plays World of Chell, or if you're someone who doesn't really play a ton of HUT, I'd probably avoid it and just get the standard edition. But again, if you are someone who plays it religiously, I would just go and get the big boy edition. Now, in the press release, we also got word from some of the developers that specifically ties into Frostbite and the new additions to the game, especially playing on next gen. So for the first time ever, the Frostbite Engine comes to EA Sports NHL's franchise, making NHL 22 the biggest leap forward in graphics and gameplay in franchise history. I'm not going to lie, from the trailer alone, I mean, that is confirmed. Players will be brought to life via overhauled player likeness, cloth animations, and uniform micro details, all delivered in higher resolution to make every stitch visible. Alongside these advancements will come enhanced spatial awareness for players to track and react to the world around them. In addition to enhanced player detail and visual fidelity, on-ice gameplay will see an upgrade, as well as the new physically accurate stick interactions, just one of the many improvements coming to 22. What I believe that's alluding to is that you're no longer just a player animation. Your stick is actually a separate layer, which can open up a ton of things. I'm talking specifically with pass interception. So again, that remains to be seen, but I believe that's what that's talking about, and that would be huge if that is now a separate thing. It's no longer just your player as one. Your stick is separate in terms of layering in the game. And then lastly, from the developers, in terms of X Factor and Superstar abilities, Superstars will distinctly feel like their real-life counterparts in NHL 22 with the introduction of Superstar X Factors, a game-changing system that unleashes unique abilities for the best players in the game, with traits inspired by their individual real-world skills. Superstar X Factors brings two key elements to help elevate hockey's elite and break them away from the pack: zone abilities and superstar abilities. Zone abilities bring game-breaking enhancements to the best players. That's like shock and awe and contortionist, what you saw in the trailer, while superstar abilities represent upper echelon skills reserved for athletes playing at the next level. Players like Edmonton Oilers forward Leon Draisaitl, whose tape-to-tape ability reflects his elite core passing. That's another X Factor, so tape-to-tape is our other X Factor that was announced. Or Tampa Bay Lightning goaltender Andrei Vasilevsky, contortionist X Factor, we saw that in the trailer, that boosts his ability to make wild body-twisting saves with ease, will make a profound impact on NHL 22 gameplay. Superstar X Factors not only bring new facets to gameplay, but also add new dimensions to franchise mode, Be a Pro, Hockey Ultimate Team, and World of Chell. So guys, in the coming weeks, it does look like we're going to get a lot more info, as well as getting our hands on the closed technical test at the end of the month. Guys, I want to thank you for watching. Let me know your questions and comments down below, and again, I will try and get back to every single one of you and answer in as much detail as I possibly can. Guys, thank you for watching the video. Make sure you give it a like and subscribe for the most up-to-date NHL 22 news on the planet. I'll see you guys next time. Have a good one.